with or without Kobe Bryant, it was going to be a long shot for them to make the playoffs. And they made a very good decision. Kobe Bryant they should have known 2 months ago he wasn't coming back this year. The Lakers in a position right now, they need a lottery pick. They try to figure out to talk one of these stars to come in the next couple of years. You know, Kobe's older. He's going to be a solid player for the next couple of years. But they're in rebuilding mode. We're talking 2 or 3 years down the road before there's a chance, depending on who they get free agent-wise.
Even if they lure in an A-list free agent next year?
Well, it depends. Like who?
I don't know. They've got money, though.
Well, they can get one guy. And the only guy out there realistically, I mean, well, LeBron's out there, but he's going back to Cleveland. You know, Carmelo is the only chip out there, and they'd be better. I'm not sure how Kobe and Carmelo could play together. They're both ball-dominant guys. But that would make them 6, 7, 8 seed. They're not going to be a contender in the next couple of years.
Yeah, I agree. This is a difficult situation for Los Angeles. You know, and it started, honestly, when Dwight Howard didn't resign. You don't sign and trade him. You don't keep him. There's nothing coming back from it. That was the difference. And it's going to be a long Clipper watching.
How long?
Yeah.
The Clippers, listen.
They're going to be watching the Clippers for a couple of years.
Chris Paul is relatively young. Blake is young. DeAndre is young. You got, J.J. Redick's young.
Jamal Crawford.
I like the addition of Big Baby and Granger. To me, they're the favorite in the West right now.
Jordan's young.
But with Chris Paul, Blake, who's playing at an MVP level, DeAndre, same thing we got in Miami. I'm not comparing those three, but you can plug guys in. But the Clippers, to me, Clippers in Oklahoma City.
Better than the Spurs?
The Spurs, man, listen, I'm not hating on the Spurs.
You are. You are hating on the Spurs.
You hate on the city? Every year you have.
What about the ladies in San Antonio?
Oh, they got some bigger guys.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, they got some big old fat women.
Come on, man.
Wow. Here we are.
What kind of convention you need down there?
That'd be a gold mine for Weight Watchers.
What they eat at that stuff all the time?
Oh, man, they just had the rodeo, set the record for eating churros.
See what I'm saying?
We're a full month away from the playoffs, and we've started with that already. By the way, Shaq, I was just... there you go. There it is.
That's Chuck. Hey, compared to the women in San Antonio, I'm svelte.
Svelte.
Yeah. Svelte.
Nice use of the word svelte,
Thank you.
Shaq. By the way. Yeah, by the way, I was just messing with Shaq.
That was your look, man.
That's yours.
Yeah, it is mine. See?
OKC, as you just saw, is now within a half game of the Spurs.
You know, I think the Spurs will keep the #1 spot, but I think OKC, they're still relatively a young team. I think they're searching for the one spot. Chuck and I agree both that it really doesn't matter if you get the one spot, but I think for their psyche, if they can get that one spot,
just for those two teams or for anybody?
No, just for those two teams. San Antonio is a proven championship team. They've won it with or without a home court advantage, but I think OKC, for their psyche, they need to get the #1 spot, and they're still going for it.
And see, the problem these teams got is those Memphis Grizzlies Bears. Right now Dallas is the 8th seed, but you do not want to play Memphis. Memphis, to me, you got Mark and Zach. Those guys are a beast. I think, as I said last week, I think the Phoenix Suns going to eventually run out of gas. Even though Jeff Hornacek deserves Coach of the Year and Gerald Green deserves Most Improved, they've been fantastic. But I thought they would run out of gas. But you do not want to play those Grizzlies in the first round. That's what OKC and San Antonio's got to avoid. Because Marc Gasol and Zach, man, they pummel people down low. I mean, they pummel people. That'll be a tough matchup for anybody.
They know who they are. They know how they play. They grind inside-out basketball, old school.
And Mike Conley, the most underrated point guard in the league.
He's been really good.
Most underrated point guard in the league.